Make that candy land.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, remember to hit that subscribe button. I love making new friends and I want to be your friend.
Okay, so today I decided we are going to perform some magic. I thought I would use the theme Benebabe has for their brow products called Abracadabra. Everyone wants good brows, but a lot of people struggle getting them. But I'm gonna show you.
So I have been using quite a lot of the Benebabe brow products and I thought I would feature them today and show you guys the different things that you can recreate with your brows. There's really so many options to choose from. So if you want to learn how to get your eyebrows to slay every single day, then hold on tight and let's get started. So we are going to start with the first brow look, and for this I'm going to use the Defined and Refined brow kit from Benebabe. Every single product in here like this is a mini, but I mean you can buy them separately if you don't want to buy the whole kit, so it's really up to you. But yeah, the first look is really going to be refined, defined brows, but not too dramatic. It's going to be a little bit more natural. So I'm going to start by priming my eyes with this Bravo conditioning primer. This is something that you can either use every single night just to really moisturize your eyebrows and get them to grow better, or you can use it as a primer for your brows. So it's got this nice rubbery application which just makes it easy to comb your brows at the same time, and I would say the primer feels a little bit like it's got a little bit of tackiness to it, but I think that's good because it kind of just keeps your brow hairs in place, especially if you have brows that like going in their own little direction. So this is going to take care of that. Next up I'm going to use Precisely My Brow pencil. What's nice about this is that it actually has like a little bit of a spoolie at the back, so it really makes it handy because it's all together, and I always end up losing my spoolies when trying to comb my brow hairs. So that is really cool. And then you've got a very sharp pencil in front, and we can start by filling in our brows with little fine hairy strokes. Okay, so I'm going to start by just brushing up the hairs of my brows. So with the pencil part, I'm going to just slightly start drawing in little brow hairs, but following my natural line that I have over here. I don't want to go overboard because we are looking for more of a natural kind of brow look. So yes, what's easy about this is that the pencil in front is really tiny, so you can really focus on getting a precise brow. So as you can see, I'm just doing these little small strokes, almost like I'm drawing little hairs into my brow. When I get to the front part, I like just following the natural growth of my brow hairs as I'm busy drawing in these little brows. Okay, at the top I'm going to go towards the side and fill in the brow. Okay, let's say we want a little bit of an arch. I'm just going to create a small arch, and then following the hair growth again, I'm going to do small strokes, almost like I'm drawing on my own little brow hairs. And then I just like to extend my tail a little bit. So now you can just go back in and check anywhere where you want to fill it in a little bit more. So if there's any gaps or any places where you feel you want your brow to be a little bit more fuller or thicker, you can just go in with this guy and fill it in. So for the front, I'm just going to put a little bit more brush strokes in there, or rather pencil strokes. And you can already see a big difference from this side to that side. once again, it gives you a very natural finish. This is in the number 2, so you get them from 1 to 6, and you can really choose the color. So if you want your brows to be darker, I would just go for a darker shade. So I'm just going to do the other brow and then I'll be right back. So carving out brows are really important. When you carve out your brow, you either use concealer or anything like that to really get a nice defined straight line. This is an option that you can leave out if you don't want to do it, but Benefit also gives you a product that you can use. It's called the Eyebrow, which actually comes in a little pencil like this, and it's got a very nude pink shade. I don't know if you guys can see that. So you can either just take the pencil and draw the line underneath your brow, but I'm going to be safe and rather take a paintbrush. I'm going to take a makeup brush. So I'm just going to grab some product from the pencil like this. When carving out the eyebrow, it's almost like you want to erase any mistakes you have made as well. So if you feel like you've gone too thick somewhere, you can always just erase that with the eyebrow or concealer, whatever it is that you are using. So be careful not to go overboard, because you don't want to make it obvious that you're wearing concealer on your eyebrows. So I'm just going to start here in front, and I'm going to go a little bit past my eyebrow. Can you see it just gives you like a nice straight defined line? And then I'm going to take that product and just blend it down. Obviously I've got some eyeshadow over here, so I can't blend it down all the way. But normally you would do your brows before applying your eyeshadow. So not only does this carve out your brows, it actually highlights your brow bone at the same time. So it's like a 2-in-1 kind of special. If you want it to look a little bit more dramatic, you can definitely do the top part as well. So I've got another Benefit product here that I want to use for this brow. It's called the 3D Brow Tones. This is what it looks like. And sometimes your brow can look a little bit dull, especially if you're in a hurry and you just quickly took some powder and tried to fix it up, but it looks a bit dull. We all know that highlighting and contouring is big right now. So this is basically like your highlighter for brows. This little cute little comb thingy. And it really can focus on combing the brows precisely and evening out the product. So this is just going to add a little bit of highlights to the brow. Once again, you get them in different shades. So that's it for your first option for doing brows and how to do them and that sort of thing. As you can see, it gives you quite a natural finish, and it didn't take that long to do. You could definitely leave out some steps, but yeah, that's it. For the second look, we are going to focus on soft and natural brows. Once again, I'm using this kit, and this has also got little brow stencils with, which I'm not going to use today, but you are more than welcome to. It comes with a Ready Set Brow, which is a super strong brow gel. It's really cool. And then the Goof Proof pencil, I think it is. Yeah, the Goof Proof, and then also a Eyebrow. So let's get started. So to start, I'm going to grab my Goof Proof pencil. This one also has a little spoolie at the back, so I'm just going to comb all my brow hairs up. Although this one is also almost like a pencil, it's almost like you have more product available to work with at once. So we are going to use the same technique as with look number 1, but it's just going to give you a little bit of a different finish. So once again, I'm just going to start at the bottom of my brow, just doing these little brush strokes, or hair strokes rather. As I get to the front, just gonna shape my brow the way I wanted, but keep on doing these little strokes. The most important thing is just that you have to follow the growth of your natural hair, because once you get to this part and you still do that, it's gonna look unnatural, because obviously the hair is growing down. So you want to follow the natural hair growth and just fill them in. Okay, like that. Once again, a big difference between the two, and it gives you a very soft and natural finish. Now I'm going to go in with eyebrow again and my brush and just carve out my eyebrow. I'm just going to do this one at the bottom, almost like we're just highlighting the brow bone more. Now we are going to set it with Ready Set Brow, and this is a completely clear brow gel. It's really just for setting the eyebrows. I absolutely love the applicator. I love this formula. Benefit just really did so well with their brow products that they launched. I mean, it's really such great quality, and you know, if anything you're looking for in a brow product, you will definitely find one product at least at the Benefit station. So I'm a huge Benefit fan. So that is it for your second brow look, soft and natural brows. So for the third look, we are going to do a little bit more of a out there Instagram type of brow, which is really bold and ready for night out on the town. And for that I'm going to use the Eyebrow, which is like a brow pomade, and I'm also going to use the Gimme Brow and then obviously the Eyebrow to carve it out. So yes. Okay, so for this brow looks, this is really something that I love doing. It's my technique that I prefer to use on a daily basis. It takes a little bit more extra time, and it's not something I used to do every single day, but I started doing it because it really gives you such a nice eyebrow, and you want your eyebrows to frame your whole makeup look. I mean, I'm not wearing any brows right now, and it looks pretty weird because I've got all this beautiful makeup going on with no brows, sister. So let's get them filling. Spoolie from the Goof Proof brush, and I'm just going to brush up all of my hairs. So you can kind of see where you want your bottom line, where your bottom guideline is, because you can just follow the natural line that your brow hairs are creating. What's really cool about the brow packaging is the fact that not only is it beautiful, but the little handle on top is actually a brush. Like that for your eyebrows. So it's so cool. If you don't have an eyebrow brush, you don't have to invest in one, because this is like a 2-in-1. This is a pomade, and it is going to give you more of a defined and bold brow. So just be careful with this product. It is buildable, so you can go from either light to darker shades, even though you're using the shade number 2, if that makes sense. I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to pick up some pomade, and then we'll start. Okay, so very important, the last thing you want to do is have like a block over here. I like brows that are very natural and blended in, so I'm going to leave that for last. I'm going to start at the bottom following this natural guideline that I have over here, and you really want to follow that guideline with also a little bit of a stroking method. But you want to be careful not to stroke too much, because you are working with a pomade. You don't want it to look like little hairs that's scattered all over. You want one clean line. So that's why we're trying to keep it smooth. When it comes to the tail, I am going to extend it a little bit. Like that. Okay, can you see that I left this front part? I'm going to leave that for last. So now I'm going to start by filling in the rest of my brow. For the top part, you can either follow the natural hairline of your brow hairs, but if you want it to be a little bit more bolder, you can kind of overdraw your brow a little bit. So I'm going to overdraw my brow. Just be careful not to go overboard, because it's so easy to do that. Like if you overdraw your brow, literally just work with a millimeter, if that makes sense, because once you go too high, it starts looking unnatural. For my arch, I'm going to kind of tilt the brush as I go down. You can see that it's creating a little bit of an arch. I'm going to fill in that arch very carefully, and now connect it with the tail. Okay, now for the front part, of the eyebrow. I'm going to pick up some product and I'm just going to draw 2 little guidelines in front. Like that and like that. So I know that I want to stay in this section over here. I'm not going to pick up more product because I want to use the product that I already have on my brush and just kind of distribute that in this area. So I'm going to flip my brush vertically like this. So it's like this. And I'm going to press it against my brow and flick it back and forth, or rather left and right, to try and blend in that product that we have on our brush. And as you do this, you can kind of see that it gives you more of a faded effect going towards the front of the brow instead of you having like this defined block in front. Before ka-brow, after ka-brow. So I also just carved out my brows with a highbrow pencil and with my brush to once again neaten up the brow and make it look nice and clean. As you get to the edge, you almost want your concealer or highbrow to cross, because this is going to give you that nice sharp edge at the end of your brow tail. When I'm done with that, I always just like taking my foundation brush, the brush that I use to put on my foundation with, so it still has a little bit of product on there, and I like just tapping the front part of the brow. This is just once again going to add to the whole idea of making it look a little bit more faded and natural. So to finish off these brows, we are going to go in with Gimme Brow, and Gimme Brow is really cool because it has a small little applicator and the product has got little small fibers inside. So especially if you are in a hurry or you don't have a lot of brows, this will really build on your brows and the little fibers will create a brow for you. So since we are going for a fuller, bolder brow, I'm obviously going to add some of this product into my brows. Not only is it going to add all of those fibers and make them look fuller, but it also adds a nice shade. You can buy them in different colors, and it also sets the brow at the same time, so it's like a brow gel as well, which is cool. So that completes the third eyebrow look. Very bold, very beautiful, and it really just rounds off the whole makeup look that you are creating. So there you have it, 3 different eyebrow tutorials, 3 different methods to choose from, and a whole lot of products. Like I say with Benefit, they really identified every woman's need when it comes to brows. So it's not that you have to buy every single product, you buy the products that you feel would work for you and you create your brow look. I'm sure that you found some sort of inspiration with this video to do your do your brows beautifully next time. Let me know if you guys have any more questions. I will list all of the products used down below, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button and show me some loving. That's enough magic for one day, so I guess I'll talk to you guys soon. Until then, you must stay sweet. Bye.